My name's John Barrett, and I'm doing my speech on Ronald Reagan. President Reagan had many accomplishments during his presidency, including the ending of the Cold War, improving the economy, and rebuilding the military. Regardless of one's affiliation, the office of the president is one that gains much criticism and small amounts of affirmation. In fact, the majority of news political coverage is focused on various individuals' opinions of the wrongdoings of the president. However, Ronald Reagan, according to the data compiled from the Gallup poll, had one of the highest presidential approvings at 63%. Today, I would like to inform you about three major accomplishments of President Reagan while serving the President of the United States. President Reagan, he ended the Cold War. The Cold War was a long period of tensions between democracies of the Western world and the communist countries of Eastern Europe. The United States led the West and the Soviet Union led the Eastern Europe. Although war was never declared officially, they fought indirectly in proxy wars, which means wars fought between other countries, but with each side getting support from different superpowers. The arms race and the space race. Both countries had an atomic bomb and were considered two superpowers of the world. Gorbachev became the leader of the Soviet Union in 1985, and two leaders agreed to reduce nuclear missiles. In his famous speech, Ronald Reagan said, Mr. Chairman, tear down this wall. In 1989, the Berlin Wall was torn down and the Cold War was over. Reagan worked to make things better for those in other countries. However, he made life better for the American people also. President Reagan improved the United States economy. The first task was to combat the worst recession since the Great Depression. Economics during his presidency term is called Reaganomics. He focused on reducing government spending, taxes, and regulation, and tightening the money to supply in order to reduce inflation. He believed the government was not the solution but the problem. Success of Reagan's economic policies included increased productivity, reduced unemployment rates by 5 million new businesses, and 20 million new jobs. In addition, the inflation rate fell. Not only did President Reagan protect the people's money, he also worked to protect their lives. He did this by strengthening the American military. As a result of the prior administration, the military suffered low moral, low payment, outdated equipment, and little to no maintenance on what did exist. Another problem was that the military personnel were not re-enlisting. He also revived the B-1 bomber program and began production of the MX Peacekeeper missile. Reagan expanded the military with an increase of tens of thousands of troops, more weapons and equipment, and a solid intelligence program. Get over here, please. Even though all presidents cause controversy and arguments from all political parties, Ronald Reagan is remembered for accomplishing great things. Ronald Reagan ended a 45-year-long war, improved Americans' economic strength, the military for the protection of Americans. In the words of President Reagan himself, government's first duty is to protect the people, not to ruin their lives. He is a president who is practicing what he preached. The end.